would have guessed that the end of the world would begin in the quiet, unremarkable town of Gizzard Springs, Wisconsin? You are a professional stage magician attending the annual Prestidigitators convention at the time-worn Grand Merlin Hotel. One thing sets you apart from most of your fellow attendees. You can do real magic. You've kept this secret all your life, but now you may have to do something big. You might have to save the world, and it might cost you everything. Welcome. Tonight, we are playing the game Gizzard Springs, which is written by me, M. Hubbard. It's a weird little one-page RPG that I wrote a few years ago, where our characters will be playing stage magicians who can coincidentally do actual magic. And tonight, our players are Pan.
Hi, I'm Pan. I have a tarot channel that I will one day get back to, but you can find me at Pan42Tarot on YouTube. Yay!
Hey. And Tanya?
Hello, everybody. I am Tanya, aka Tanya Lashia. Obviously, you'll find me all over the Aging Journey podcast and many other places. Just search me. I'm all over the place playing games.
And Static.
Hello there. I'm Static or Ashley, Dealer's Choice, and you can find me at Static Velocity Games anywhere there is a Static Velocity Games. More to come.
Great. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. This is going to be a fun game. We don't have much of anything prepared right now, so we're kind of just diving in and we're going to be making stuff up as we go. Though I hear Pan has a name and a voice already, which I look forward to knowing about.
I do, but it'll work with any of the dice rolls, so it's great.
Good. So we're going to dive in. You are all going to be playing professional stage magicians who secretly also can do actual magic. The magic in this game is super open-ended. You can literally do anything or try to do anything you want to with magic. Kind of the bigger the thing you do, the more it's likely to hurt you to do it. We're going to make just a couple of dice rolls to figure out a couple of things about your character, and from there you can go wild. They can be whoever you want them to be. A couple things to point out. We're starting the game in 1985, so you'll be attending the Prestidigitators convention, or PrestoCon, in 1985. And our subsequent two sessions are going to be 20 years apart. So it'll be 1985, 2005, 2025. Just something to consider as you're thinking about your character. If you decide that in 1985 your character is 80 years old, you're going to be 120 at the end of the game, which is not impossible because you can do magic. But if you just something to have in the back of your mind, you could be like an 8-year-old kid at the beginning if you wanted to, and that'll work out however it's going to work out. Just have in the back of your head that you are going to age throughout our game here. So if everybody wants to roll one 10-sided die for your magic specialty, and I'm not going to be a stickler here. If you roll something and you just don't like it, go ahead and re-roll it. If you want to just embrace the random, feel free. Go ahead and roll, and then whoever wants to let us know what you got. If two of you get the same thing, you might want to roll something different.
I got a 10, so that's Freak Show.
Ooh.
Oh, I also got a 10. Should we read?
You're not going to believe this, guys.
Did we all get 10?
Yes, technically a 0, but yes.
The Troop of Freak Shows?
Do
Do we want to re-roll?
I kind of love it, actually, but up to you.
Let's re-roll. We can always be like, no, we want to be a troop.
Okay.
I'll re-roll.
Okay.
All right, my second one is a 2.
My
Sleight of
second one is a
hand.
9.
Ooh, mine's a 5. No.
Ooh.
I'm a
So-
pickpocket.
Yeah.
Ooh,
2
okay.
is
I
sleight
actually
of
like
hand.
that second one.
9 is pickpocket, and 5 is hypnosis. These are your specialties as a stage magician.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
We're good with those.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think that
I gotta
works.
say,
Oh,
I liked the
great.
three freak shows, but yeah, this is good too. And then a second D10 roll to find out why this year's convention is important to you.
That is a 9 for me.
You had a terrible premonition.
Dun, dun, dun. I got a 6. So someone close to you died here last year.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I got 1. Didn't like it. And I re-rolled and got 1.
Oh,
So you
No!
guys can try to tell me something. Because you embarrassed yourself last
Do you want to try one more time? Or are you
year.
going to
No,
listen
no,
to
no.
the dice?
We'll listen.
All
Yeah,
right.
we'll listen to the dice.
Okay. I'm going to make a couple of rolls now that I'm not going to tell you anything about. And you can take a moment to think a little bit about pulling those two things that you just figured out into a rough idea of a character.
Are we individual musicians that know each other, or are
That we're going to figure out. You don't
Oh,
have to know each other. You could be working together. We'll figure that out as we go along.
Everyone listen closely and see if you can tell what number M's dice are landing.
What did it sound like?
A
Mm,
4.
All right. So just for the listener, what I rolled was one die was the end begins with, and there are 10 possibilities there, and brought about by, and then there are 10 possibilities there. So that is setting our drama for these 3 episodes a little bit.
I'm going to guess 4 and 6.
Okay.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
That'll be
I
good.
like this.
We'll see. Well, you'll see. Does anybody have like a character kind of coming into sight?
Yes. But hold on. I need a rhyme for something real quick.
Okay.
a rhyme?
Yes.
Like a rhyming dictionary handy.
Well, Google is great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my character is named King Gizzard, the Lizard Wizard.
All right.
He is a 40-year-old Florida man, and he has a lovely assistant iguana. Do I have to say who died last year?
I'll ask you eventually, but you don't have to know right now.
Okay.
The thing I want to know is, does the iguana have a costume?
She does not, because she is a very bright orange and green, so she's kind of colorful all by herself, but her name is Delilah.
I need to write this down. King Gizzard, the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah, that's my stage name.
Oh, that's your stage name. Okay.
Yeah, but I'll go by Giz or Gizzard.
All right. Now, when you say that you're a Florida man, what that title comes with some weight. Do you mean that you are a Florida man, or you're a man from
Yes.
Florida?
No, I am a Florida man.
Okay, so there have been newspaper articles.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I saved many alligators in my day, and yeah. I'm
All right.
I'm out there.
Cool.
I imagine him as like the Florida man version of Jack Sparrow.
All right. That sounds about right. Um, okay. Anybody else?
Um, I mean, I am so upset that I have to follow that because that's perfection. But I think I will be the exact opposite and be a 17-year-old young woman, probably not sure where from yet, but definitely not Florida, who goes by illusionista. She's a little
All right.
fast fashionista illusionist. He does a lot of like quick change sleight of hand tricks.
Right. And your specialty, was that sleight of hand or
Yes.
illusion? Okay.
Sleight of hand.
At the age of 17, how well known are you in the magician community?
In 1985, absent
Yeah.
very convenient social media, not at
Hey.
all.
Okay.
But she thinks she's a much bigger deal than she is.
Got it. Have you been to the convention before?
No.
Okay.
And I don't think she would have gone to this one had it not been for her premonition, because it's a little gauche for her.
All right. It's a little bit too good for the con.
Yeah.
How old is Giz?
Giz is 40.
Ooh, all right. It's usually not super important, but that's kind of important in this game.
Yeah, the 20-year jump changed my mind a little bit.
What were you going to go with?
Well, I was gonna go with 60, but then I was like, but then he'd be like 100
Mhm.
at the end. And not that he couldn't be 100, but I don't. Gizzard's a wild card. I don't think he's gonna
Yeah.
make it to 100.
Right. Well, like the way the game works, you could literally like at the end of the session say like, I'm going to create a time portal and I'll just go 20 years in the future or stuff like that. But like it'll do some damage basically.
I much rather watch him age like a crazy person.
Yeah. This is kind of like, yeah, I want to see him at 80.
Yes.
Tanya, do you have something cooking?
His name is Ryse, and he goes by the Hypno Boy,
Hypno boy, nice.
and he's only 11.
All right.
And yeah, and so he has been here. Last year was his first year. He's from Michigan. And so that was his first convention last year.
How well known is Hypno Boy?
He's very popular trailer park circles
Okay.
in Michigan. And I would say he's well known, kind of like an urban legend more, because he's so young, obviously. I think he's more of like a rumor. And so last year was supposed to be his year to show that he has talent.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is allowed, but I wanted him to have a magic deck of cards.
Okay.
Um,
that does what?
I haven't 100% decided if I wanted to do anything else, but I did want it to talk.
Okay.
I just thought that'd be weird, mainly because he's a kid, and so I feel like maybe I want him to kind of be a loner, so not to have any friends.
Oh.
And so maybe his deck of cards is like, but I do want it to be magic, not like make. So I do think his deck of cards talk, but also kind of like watches out, kind of like a surrogate.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that works with the game. We don't have to get like deep into it, but like, yeah, you could either make something like that or use magic to like help it along or something. Would that be something that he uses in his act?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Then that's super easy, because one of the things about using magic that we'll get to when you actually do it is that magic that looks like stage magic usually doesn't. It just happens. It's not a problem. So, yeah, that sounds good. Does he have like parents with him?
He does have a mother that has brought him.
Is she like you said he's a bit of a loner. Is she like there with him most of the time, or kind of like
I'm making her up right now, but I'm gonna say she's not usually with him. Yeah, I think she's more of someone who brought him because obviously he couldn't get permission on his own.
Yeah.
But in terms of like watching over him and on like making sure he gets places and that type of stuff, she doesn't really do that. So she brought him and she expects him to go to, his show and do a good job. She may show up, she may not. I'm gonna say that she like gambles a lot, so maybe she's out and about when he's doing stuff. Yeah.
I want to jump back up to Giz. One thing I love that Giz is going to be hanging out with these two kids, but you rolled someone close to you. Wait, was it someone close to you died here last year?
Yes.
Okay. Who was that?
That was my lovely queen, Queen Blizzard. She was my partner in this dealio, but she has unfortunately swum with the alligators once too many times.
What happened?
Oh, we were doing a trick with an alligator.
Oh, okay, so that was literal. Okay.
Yeah. The lizard wizard is it's part of the whole shtick.
Uh-huh. Was there like some like legal fallout from that?
No, because she left her will to the alligator. So
Okay.
it was passed over. It was seen as an accident.
I see.
Which it was. But
Well, you're sounding like maybe a little bit Tiger King.
A little bit. But like he's mostly I feel like since his wife died, he's mostly a pickpocket weirdo now.
Right.
Queen Blizzard was really the brains of the operation. I just wrestled all the lizards.
Okay. A little bit more of like an escape artist sort of thing going on at the time.
Yeah. But I still got good old Delilah.
All right. Tanya, did Hypno Boy witness Queen Blizzard and King Gizzard's show last year?
Oh.
Traumatized forever.
Yeah, I wonder. I guess I'll have to decide if he's a fan of Giz. Yeah, I think he would be. So yeah, I think he would have been at the show. Probably front row.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Yeah, if he's a fan.
Yeah. Did he get any blizzard on him?
Oh no.
Yikes. So jumping back to Illusionista, what was her premonition?
I think she had a premonition of a stage catching fire during a pyrotechnics act and a cannon going off and like blowing half of a building down.
Oh wow.
It's a very terrible premonition.
Yeah. Has she had premonitions before?
Yes. but most of them have been very minor, and she's not sure how accurate they were because it's hard to tell.
Okay. So there's like some reason to believe that this might actually happen, enough to bring her out here, I guess, from wherever.
Yes.
So you have some ideas here about your characters. Let's I will certainly have more questions for you, but before we get to that, you can set up your traits if you haven't already. You have 3 traits: mind, body, and magic. They each have a rating between 0 and 10, 5 being average, 10 like ridiculous non-mortal human style. And you have 13 points to distribute between mind and body however you like. Your magic score is going to start at 1. Mind and body can go however you want. You're going to roll a d10 when you roll for things, and you want to go under your trait, basically. And as the game goes on and you do magic, you're going to end up moving points from mind and body into magic. So you can set those up however you like, and I guess let us know. Like, you can share kind of how those points are shaking out for you.
Okay. I did 9 as my mind and 4 in my body.
Ooh. Very smart.
I did basically the opposite, and I have 3 in mind and 10 in body.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
Perfect.
I did 7 mind, 6 body.
All right. In the middle. Yeah, and like obviously this is very, very pared down kind of descriptions of your character. So mind and body both encompass a lot of different things. But I guess I'm curious about Giz again. Is he like huge, or like how does that 10 body present itself?
Oh, it's like the classic Florida man like body where you're like, that's a weird skinny person, and then they like lift a whole car or some shit. And you're like,
Right.
what is that? Makes no sense.
Okay. Nice. Here's kind of a general question. Do any of you know each other going into this? I would say, obviously, Illusionista doesn't know either of the other two because you haven't been here before. And we know that Ryse or Hypno Boy is a fan of Giz. But like, have you had any interactions before? And I don't know, maybe one of you knows Illusionista from somewhere else. That's also a possibility.
Where's Illusionista from again?
Somewhere probably the Northwest.
Okay.
Just to, be the antithesis of Florida man.
Would you have performed last year, or this is your first year at the conference?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say that Ryse wouldn't know Illusionista, and I think he knows Giz, at least in passing.
Yeah, probably signatures and stuff. I don't know if I would remember that he was in the audience just because I had other stuff going on at the moment.
Yeah, that was a lot. I'm
That
sure.
was a lot. That was a lot.
Oh,
one
hey,
day.
I never asked, how did Hypno Boy embarrass himself last year?
Oh,
'Cause maybe
you know what?
would remember him from that.
Let's say his set was supposed to be after that horrific tragedy that he witnessed, front row. And so, yeah, of course, that would. I think he froze. I think he just, probably needed to take a day, but instead he had to immediately, and this was his very first time doing something outside of his home. So he was already really nervous. I think he literally froze and barfed all over stage in anxiousness.
Wow.
Poor kid.
That's tragic.
Yeah. Rough con last year.
Yeah.
Hope that was the last night at least. Just to set up PrestoCon a little bit, you don't necessarily all have to be performing. You could be there as a performer. You could be there just as like an interested person watching performances. I'm imagining there are like little booths that are selling trained rabbits and like wands and decks of cards and new innovations in magicianship that you can look through. Kind of lots of stuff going on at the convention. Let me ask one more question of everyone. Maybe I actually have a couple of questions for everyone. The first one is, when did you realize that you could do magic?
I'm thinking Hypno Boy is kind of like Matilda. That's literally what came to mind when I had all of a sudden create him. So I'm thinking he had it from like a baby.
All right. So do other people know about it?
Yeah.
Or like think he's weird, I guess?
I think he comes from, I mean, he doesn't come from Florida, but he does come from like backwoods Michigan.
Uh-huh.
So I think in that context, yes, he was considered weird, but not in like a bad way. And I think his mother also, kind of saw that she could maybe get him into some circuits. He's done some like smaller, like local circus stuff like that. And so I don't think he's ever been seen as cool, but I don't think he's ever been like seen as dangerous or too weird or anything. Just, I think she would use the word gifted,
Okay.
I think Illusionista has had her abilities for about 5 years. And I think she got them by taking a dare to go and stay in the woods outside of, I'm going to say Portland, because we're keeping Portland weird. Yeah, she accepted a dare to stay out all night in the woods and came back not quite the same.
I'm gonna say that Giz just got his superpowers this year.
Oh, all right.
He kind of went off the deep end and started to just talk to Delilah all the time, and realized he could understand what she was saying. So now he's got a buddy.
So Pan, Giz has been doing like fake magic this whole time as like a gig, but he
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a specialist like pickpocket. Like so the shows happened because of Queen Blizzard trying to make them legitimate, and he's still just pickpocketed people during the show, but but yeah, he was always doing the lizard man for money.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
He just accidentally got superpowers.
Yeah. Considering that, was Ryse more of a Queen Blizzard fan?
I guess so, yeah. Whoever was, because I think he's so young, I don't think he quite understands that there is fake magic yet. Like I don't think, yeah. So if he sees someone on stage and he sees magic, he's like, oh my gosh, another person who can do magic. Yeah. So I think he would have been like a big fan of Blizzard.
That's pretty hilarious that Hypno Boy is up on stage doing real magic and everyone thinks that he's doing fake magic. And he thinks that everyone is doing, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So it's all pretty recent. My other question is, like, what's the biggest thing that you've ever done with your magic? Like, was there a point where it was like you thought, whoa, this can be dangerous, or a place where you had a reaction to like really using the magic versus using it to take someone's wallet, or just the simple hypnosis and stuff like that?
I think I've probably accidentally scared myself a couple of times, just like getting real angry at something and accidentally blowing it up or something like that, and then being like, oops.
I think Illusionista accidentally made her junior prom date disappear when he refused to match his tux with her dress. He showed up again a couple weeks after prom.
All right.
But nobody's quite sure where he went.
But
How dare he?
Right?
Or maybe you don't know where he went, but you know that you did it.
Yes. Oh, she definitely knows she did it. She's just not sure how or where he went.
Okay.
So good hypnosis is a skill. And since Hypno Boy is so young, but he has a natural affinity for it, I'm going to assume he's probably made a big mistake practicing. What would you practice? Maybe like trying to like hypnotize someone without really knowing like how far to go. So maybe he was like practicing on a friend, like a peer, like someone his same age. And I'm gonna say I automatically go too dark, I feel. Let me try that.
No, do it.
I'm gonna say he hypnotized the boy to swim even though he couldn't swim.
Ugh. Okay, that's pretty dark. I changed my mind. Reel it back. No, just kidding.
Can I change my answer now?
You want to say that you use the magic to save that kid?
No. I thought of a better thing that Gizzard would definitely have accidentally scared himself with. So he talks to Delilah, right? Well, if he opened his mind up like too far, he'd hear like everything, including like the trees and the mushrooms and stuff, and be like, "Whoa, man, I need to calm down on this shit."
Yikes. That's good.
Mm-hmm. The boy's alive, by the way. We'll let him be alive.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. He did swim because Hypno Boy is very good. It's just
okay.
Yeah, he did swim. It's just unfortunately he wasn't very good at controlling it. Let's say he was like 8 or something like that. And so he went out and he swam and they were like, "Yay." And then, it wore off. But he was still in the water. So that became the issue. But he was saved before anything happened.
So he's alive, but he will need therapy.
Yeah. And I'll leave it up to the GM if they're still friends.
Wow. Do y'all know that Twilight Zone episode with the little kid that has like magic powers and everybody has to do whatever the kid wants so he doesn't destroy them? It's just that's giving me that I'm getting that vibe here. It's probably not right.
It's villain
What's
arc.
that?
It's Ryse's villain arc.
Right.
We'll see in 20 years.
Oh no.
So let's go ahead and get into like getting you into the con. PrestoCon takes place every year in Wizard Springs, Wisconsin. Not a real place. At the Grand Merlin Hotel, which is just this huge, very old hotel, kind of feels a little bit like an old manor or something like that. Stone and vines growing on it. Really nice inside. Been there a long time. Kept up pretty well at this point. And the convention has happened here for like probably even a couple decades going into this in 1985. The town of Wizard Springs is small. I'm imagining like a little bit of like charming cliche small town, like a little main street and surrounded by woods and hills. Just a nice little spot that is usually very, very quiet, and nothing much happens except for once a year when all these freaks and weirdos come in to talk about magic. Who gets there first? I'm gonna say PrestoCon is like a long weekend, like it's Friday through Sunday. Maybe like a little like pre-party festivities on Thursday evening, like some stuff happening there. And
well, if there's free food, I've been there the whole time.
All right.
I think Ryse and his mother will be there after that.
I think I would roll in probably Friday evening. Fashionably late.
As expected.
Yeah, that seems right. Yeah, so yeah, I guess in that case, let's start on Friday evening. Giz has been hanging out for 24 hours now. How is it for Giz um, being back here again after what happened last year?
Well, it's a bit of a trip. Yep, yep. But, I never feel closer to Blizzard than when I'm around a bunch of magicians taking rings off people's fingers. It just brings me close to her.
Yeah. Is Giz staying in the hotel?
Yeah.
All right.
Not necessarily in a room, but he's staying in the hotel.
Okay. Uh, like just finding a place to kick his feet up and go to sleep at night.
Yep.
How about Ryse? Are Ryse and his mom staying here at the Grand Merlin?
They are not staying at the hotel, but they are staying in the hotel parking lot. They have a
Okay.
camper.
Nice. All right. Like that. And I won't ask about Illusionista at this point because you haven't gotten there yet. And probably, I would guess, haven't called ahead and like made a reservation.
Fair bet.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's just open up in the lobby of the hotel. It's big open space. There's like a grand staircase going up, a big desk where you can check in, the concierge and everything. There's like PrestoCon paraphernalia everywhere. They're like big banners hanging with pictures of their headlining acts. Right in the lobby next to the staircase, there's like a trio of acrobats performing on these like hanging rings. They're kind of mimicking the old like interconnecting ring trick, but they're inside the rings and doing performance. There's like music bumping. I think it's "You Spin Me" by Dead or Alive, and it's 1985. There's a lot of like neon colors, a lot of lights and day glow, and it's very bright, very kind of gaudy in here. And people are still checking in. It's Friday evening. People are still arriving and like gathering at the little tables where they get their name badges and checking into the hotel. Some people are just milling about. And beyond the lobby, there are a couple of conference rooms that have been set aside where there are, like I said before, little booths and people showing things off, selling things, all kinds of stuff in there. Probably one of the conference rooms is sort of a kind of open mic sort of thing, like an open stage where anybody can sign up and perform. And then upstairs in the ballroom is where they have stuff set up for like the bigger performances. As we kind of like open on this scene in the lobby, where do we find Giz?
So Giz is in one of those like plush lobby chairs with Delilah on his shoulder and his cowboy hat tipped over his eyes, and he's just kind of scoping out the room.
Right. What are you looking for?
Well, I got some friends that come to these things, so I'm looking for them, but I'm also looking for any of them real rich magicians. The ones that are just kind of in it because, oh, it seems fun. They normally have cash.
I see. You'd probably find them hanging out around the booths where they can like buy the good magic tricks and stuff like that.
Yeah, but there's just people checking in, so I'm just keeping an eye out.
And there are like beyond just magicians, there are just people who are like magic enthusiasts here. like I said, people who are selling stuff, like talent scouts and agents and things like that. So it's a kind of a mixed crowd. Let's go ahead and do a dice roll, because why not? To
Ooh.
see who you spot out here. Sadly, I think that's a mind roll for you.
Oh. So I just
Unless you're
roll a
doing
D10 and
magic.
add my number?
You want to roll under your number
Under. Uh-oh.
or equal to.
Oh, I rolled a 3, which is equal.
Okay. Yeah, so if you roll equal to, you succeed with a negative consequence.
Oh, no.
So I think maybe you spot someone you know who you don't want to see.
Oh.
Who would that be?
It'd probably be... I want to say Ferdinand Featherington. She does bird magic.
Okay.
Like, she does doves and stuff. Ugh. Birds. They're just
I think
gross.
Ferdinand Featherington is she's kind of like circulating around the crowd a little bit. Probably has like a cockatiel on her shoulder. I'm imagining like long sequined kind of dress going
Oh,
on.
yeah. She's real hoity-toity.
And you spot her before she spots you, but you know that if she sees you, she's going to want to talk.
Ooh. I don't really want to talk to her.
And I guess that's actually also someone who you could probably pickpocket.
Ah, fair. But also, then I'd have to talk to her.
Yeah.
So do I pickpocket her and risk getting Delilah near that bird? Well, we might as well. We're here. So what do I do?
What do you do?
Oh, well, I'm gonna go. She's gonna come talk to me anyway. Maybe if I get it over with, it'll just blow over. So I'm gonna get up and, she's definitely seen me now that I got my cowboy hat on and I got my. So I'll just walk over. Hi, hey there, Ferdinand. How you been?
Oh, Gizzard. So lovely to see you. I've been looking. I wasn't sure if you would be here this year.
Well, I can't give up the magic that easy.
I think, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say that probably the annoying thing right now is that you know that she's gonna want to talk about Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, oh, it was such a tragedy. How, you poor dear. How have you gotten on this past year?
I have you met Delilah? This is Delilah. Ain't she just the prettiest thing on 4 legs?
Oh dear. Yes. Oh, so lovely.
Now, Delilah, that is impolite. Her dress fits her just fine.
She kind of just wrinkles her nose a little bit. Yes, well, the animal performance community just hasn't been the same. It's a gaping hole in all of our hearts.
Oh, you want to see a new trick that I started? All right, Delilah, now roar. And I'm going to try and do a trick that she breathes fire out of her mouth.
Okay. And this is an actual magic trick?
No, this is just a lighter that I have very cleverly hidden. One of those
thinking...
butane ones that makes an actual jet of flame or something.
Right. Are you thinking body for that? Like you're moving in a way that
Yeah, it's like it's sleight of hand almost.
Okay. Roll that. I mean, you're guaranteed to like succeed, but you might roll a 10.
I rolled an 8.
All right. Yeah, so I think she like jumps back a little bit and then like claps her hands politely. Oh, yeah, quite impressive. It looked like a butane flame. I wouldn't get that close to my darling. She kind of scruffles the feathers of her bird.
I wouldn't either. Birds are highly flammable.
Yeah, the bird probably squawked loudly and flapped. Let's shift away from this scene for a moment. Where do we see Hypno Boy?
I think Ryse is kind of standing in the like general lobby area, grabbing like the map, to the convention space. And his mother is kind of giving him a wad of cash for the day, and letting him know that she'll be at the casino across the street.
Yeah, I think she is handing you the cash and then like flips through it a little bit and pulls like a 20 back out of it, tucks it into her pocket.
And then he's gonna just grab a map and see what he wants to do before, it's bedtime, which for him is probably like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, if your mom makes it back and at that time, are you looking for anything in particular?
I think he's looking for maybe a card trick show, or perhaps like an open card game area where like anyone can come and do like card tricks, because he does have a deck of cards.
Yeah, I think you can find that pretty easily. You're going to kind of make your way through the lobby back toward the convention itself. Let's just say you spot a little ways off, kind of through the crowd of people, you see a little like flash of blue flame, and your eyes zero in on the partner of one of your former favorite magicians. You see Giz over there with an iguana on his shoulder, talking to some stuffy lady with a bird.
Okay. Yeah, he stops in his tracks and just kind of just looks at them and stares. And I think he'll get a little closer, but he won't want to like interrupt them. He'll just wait until their conversation is over.
Okay.
But while he's walking over, he'll take out his deck of cards and grab a card because he wants Giz to sign one.
Nice. Is Giz going to pickpocket this lady?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I think we can just like hand wave that happens. I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. The bigger question is like, how are you going to get rid of her?
Oh, well, if the kid is just like standing there staring at us, I'll probably be like, oh, I'm so sorry, but my young fans just must be entertained. And like take the kid, like not take the kid, but like look at the kid and be kind of like, come on, kid. It's me, King Gizzard, the lizard wizard.
Oh, yes, of course. Must continue pleasing your fans however you can. Let's make some time to talk to me again later.
Yeah. Yep.
Let me get a roll from Ryse, actually. Can you give me a mind roll?
That's a 1.
All right. That's definitely a success. I think you saw Giz like lift a like a jeweled bracelet off of this woman's wrist and drop it into his pocket.
And I know what that is. I don't think that's a magic trick that he's doing for some reason.
Oh, I don't know what you think about it, but you saw it.
Okay. As you're kind of walking away with him, he'll pull up his card and his marker. And he'll just be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You were talking, but
Oh, no. Kid, sometimes you need to interrupt people.
Okay. And he kind of looks down at your shoes while he holds up the card and a pen. Can you sign this, please?
Yeah, but you want me to sign? You want me to sign the card? Isn't it this like part of a deck or something?
He's still looking at your shoes, but he's like, yeah, it's a magic deck.
It's a
Magic
magic deck. Now, what's magic about this deck of cards?
Can I don't know if I can do this. Can I try to do a quick thing where I either do like a what's it called? Like a, you know, when you like hypnotize someone like from a somatic gesture, like you touch something and you hypnotize them in like 5 seconds? Can I try to do that to get Giz to hand me the bracelet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is, and you're doing like, yeah, we've already established that you don't do like actual hypnosis. This is using your actual magic powers, right?
Right.
It's definitely like looks like stage magic and is in your specialty. I'm feeling like maybe we'll just do like an opposed mind roll.
Oh no!
Just since it's a player character, just to see.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
All right.
That's actually great for me.
I already rolled a 3.
Okay, and what is your mind score?
9.
Okay. I would say going by like distance under the target, that's still going to be a success.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically what I want to do is I essentially do want to show stage magic to him, but it's going to be actual magic. But I want to flip the card over so that he sees the back of the card, and I want his eyes to like look at the card, and then I want to like make the card like disappear, you know, really easy hand flip. And then put my hand out for him to give me something out of his pocket, and he'll just do it without being able to resist.
Okay. Is he aware that he did it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll say that he knows that when he takes out the bracelet, he's taking out the bracelet and he's putting it in my hand. He just can't stop himself.
Yeah.
And then when you give me the bracelet, I'll do another quick like trick to where the bracelet turns into the card. See? Card magic.
Whoa. Now, that was talent, kid.
Thanks.
You could get a lot of people to do a lot of things, you know?
He's fully blushing. Thanks.
You sure you want me to sign this card?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll sign the card.
Wow, where did the bracelet go?
In my pocket.
I was about to be like, now can I pickpocket the kid to get the bracelet back?
Yeah.
rolling.
I mean, again, like you've got a 10 in body, so you're gonna like succeed, but go ahead and roll it, and we'll see if you get a 10.
I got a 4.
All right. Yeah, so it's back. Tossing around this bracelet. I think around this time, Illusionista enters through the front doors. What do we see? What's her style? I want to know her like 80s fashionista outfit.
Oh goodness.
Yes.
She's definitely wearing, leggings, a mini skirt. She has her hair in a side ponytail. There's a lot of neon. The the baggy tank top with like the banjo under it. Peak 80s exercise neon chic.
Excellent.
And she's dragging behind her a suitcase that definitely has at least 2, if not 3 weeks of changes of clothes in it, despite it being a long weekend trip. And as she's coming in, she kind of like takes her neon pink sunglasses and like puts them up on her forehead and looks around, wondering what she's gotten herself into as she sees the menagerie in the lobby.
Yeah, and I'll say one thing that you definitely see is that this is the building from your premonition. It's not this place. You're not seeing a stage. You're in the lobby, but you can tell from the architecture, from the like, how the walls are made, that this is the place.
Yeah, but I'll look around and nod to myself and, okay, step 1, we've got here. Step 2, let's get a room. And I will walk up to, I assume there's a queue.
Yeah.
So she is going to very patiently wait in the queue and only pop her gum a few times every 30 seconds.
Right. Excellent. Yeah, it'll take a few minutes to get through. Once you get to the front, there's a receptionist there standing at the desk. Probably a few of them actually handling all of the people who are coming in here. I'm imagining like really classic hotel like uniform kind of thing. Like they're really classy. Obviously backwoods, you can tell, but they're trying to be classy. But this person is this man at the counter says, "Oh yes, do you have a reservation with us, or are you just here for the conference?"
Oh, a little bit of both. Here for the conference, and I should have a room under Illusionista. That's with 2 L's.
Very well. Just a moment. Flips through a book. Suddenly finding myself struggling for 80s technology. There must be like a reservation book. I'm afraid I'm not seeing. What could it be under another name?
Oh,
a lot of the performers use their given names for things like this.
That makes a lot of sense. And she kind of like, she leans up over the counter and like reaches for his name tag and kind of straightens it a little bit, puts her other hand over the registration book, like she's like leaning on it for balance. And she's going to change one of the names written there to Marie Bell, which is her given name.
All right.
She'll, as she's adjusting his name tag, be like, you know what? Yeah, that's probably what happened. It's Marie Bell. That's not as impressive as Illusionista, though. So if you could not let anyone know.
Right. Do you feel like that falls under the category of looking like stage magic?
I mean, she would ideally not want to get caught doing it, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and get a roll just for fun.
Yeah.
We'll call that a simple difficulty. So with magic, you can roll with mind, body, or magic. Works like any other roll. If you're doing mind magic, it is slow, quiet, and intricate. Body magic is loud, forceful, and fast. So you can choose kind of what you want the feel of that to be. You make the roll. Magic is effortless, unpredictable, and strange, but I don't think you want to roll that.
No, I really don't. I think we'll go with mind magic because it's probably slower than she wants it to be, but it hopefully should be as easy as sort of just moving the ink around the page really quickly to make the name she wants it to make.
Yeah, I think it's not super difficult.
That is a 2.
All right.
And my mind is 7.
Yeah. So say the name again.
Marie Bell.
Marie. Okay. So yeah, he looks again, like starts at the top and slides his finger down. Oh yes, of course, here it is. Looks like paid in full ahead of time. Would you have do you think you would have taken the time to find what looks like a really good room, or you're just grabbing a name?
I think she was just grabbing the closest name that was like closest to Marie Bell.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, gets you a key and points you in the direction. Says if you want to wait a few minutes, you can have someone come and help you with your bags.
People look at the giant bag and you know what? Yeah, that would be delightful, actually.
All right. Let's jump over to the other two because I think we're gonna have to bring the three of you together in a little while. What are Ryse and Giz up to after that exchange? Sticking together, splitting apart, heading somewhere in particular?
Well, I they're still in the lobby, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think they're still kind of chatting. Because I think he would want to Ryse would want to know, like, you know, is taking the bracelet some type of magic? And then like talk about he would want to know more about why he took the bracelet. I don't think he really truly understands that it's pickpocketing yet.
Okay.
But I will say that if he sees Illusionista walk in, that's definitely going to be the prettiest lady he's ever seen in his life.
Oh, okay.
And so he's going to be distracted by that in that conversation. Again, kind of just staring from afar, but like watching her go up to the checkout.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, let's play that out then as the two of you are talking while you're distractedly staring at Illusionista in line. How does that conversation go?
I think he's just gonna be like, so what's the bracelet for? Is that like a part of your show or?
You never know. Wow. I don't know where this is coming from. Well, you never know when you might need to call back to somebody in the crowd or something. Also, it's this little trick that I call getting that back at the man, or destroying capitalism one step at a time.
And as Giz is talking, he's staring at the lady that just walked in, and all he hears in one ear is like, destroying capitalism, and he's just like, huh?
Oh, you got a girlfriend, kid?
What? No. He looks back at your feet again, blushing. No.
No?
No.
Ah, come on now. Cute kid like you could pull up.
Pull up?
Yeah, box above your weight.
box about my weight?
You could get a pretty girl to like you because you're cute.
Oh. He looks back over her. Do you think she's like 14?
No.
Oh.
You know, maybe, kid, you should go show her one of your tricks. This is a magician convention after all.
Show her one of... No, I can't do that.
Why not? It's just a little trick.
Why don't you show her what's your trick that you do if it's not the taking down capitalism?
Oh, well, this here is Delilah. And Delilah likes to talk, don't you, Delilah? And I'm gonna do some magic.
Making Delilah talk.
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna just try and see if I can make other people hear her, because at the moment it's just me. So
I was going to ask, are you actually hearing like the words that Delilah is as an animal is thinking, or are you like just making her?
Great question. It's a little fuzzy.
Okay.
I'm normally high on some type of substance that's green, so who knows?
All right. Yeah, so I think Delilah says, I don't know, I don't think you have a chance with her.
Did the kid hear it?
Yeah, he was talking to the kid. Yeah, he was talking. Delilah was talking to you.
I'm gonna take out my deck of cards.
Oh, yes.
And just put put the one that he signed into the deck of cards, and then just kind of show him the back. And what does the deck of cards say?
Is it like one card speaking, or so I can imagine an iguana talking. I'm not sure exactly how the deck of cards works.
Yeah, is it more like the brave little toaster type talking, or?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
Does the back of the card, like, do the designs kind of like form into words?
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm assuming it has obviously something to do with my magic, obviously, but
Yeah.
it gets channeled through the cards.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I think having it like spell out something would be interesting. So it can't like say full sentences or anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, what's that? What was that thing called? The not the Rubik's Cube, the 8-ball.
Oh.
Kind of like an 8-ball.
Nice.
Like it's like the geometric shapes kind of swirl a little bit, and then the words come into view.
So I think he kind of pulls it up, and he asks the cards the same kind of question. What do you think? Do you think I should? Yeah. Do you think I have a shot?
I think it says, there's always a chance.
Yes.
Classic.
It's a deck of cards.
Yeah, and I'll just show that to Giz.
See now, there's all kinds of chances in the universe. Also, do I clock that that's real magic? Or do I just think that's a real good trick?
You got mind rating of 3. I think it's a really good trick.
Okay, that's what I thought, but
Unless you want to roll it, I'd say
I mean,
it
I'll
looks like
roll for it.
it is a really impressive kid.
7. Nope. He is so good, man. This kid though.
Like,
We
you don't
could
know
rip-
how he did that.
We could rob so many rich people.
Okay, I think Ryse is kind of feeling himself a little bit more, and so he'll go over to awkwardly stand next to her until she notices that he's there.
That is 100% the way to get a girl.
Giz is gonna 100% like sit down in the chair, and anytime the kid looks over, like thumbs up. He's like, yeah, go kid.
To do like one hand with a thumbs up and then hold the iguana's hand into a thumbs up on the other side.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so Illusionista, I think you turn away from the counter. You're probably still waiting for someone to come and grab your bags, the bellhop. And you see this kid kind of awkwardly lingering nearby.
Oh, hi. Are you lost? Do you need me to help find your mom?
This is going great so far.
So happy.
Absolutely devastating. He starts kind of like shuffling his feet back and forth because now he's super nervous. I think now that he's closer, he's like, "Oh, she might be like 15 or something. This might be not. This might not go well." No, I'm. And he tries to kind of like sit up a little bit taller. I'm a magician. You're a magician. I'm a magician.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we're a room full of magicians. Looks like you've come to the right place to find your people, kiddo.
I'm actually almost 12.
Oh, my
Yeah.
mistake. I'm so sorry. I am not. What's your name?
Make sure you put a content warning on here for all of this.
The most devastating.
The most devastating. I'm Ryse. Do you want to see a trick? I thought you would want to see a trick. I like your hair. It's very ponytaily.
Thank you. I was going for the ponytaily look. Yeah, show me a trick.
Okay. He's like taking a deep breath. This is his time. This is way more important than any convention stage. Man, what is he gonna do? I think he's going to, because he can't really switch anything. I think he's going to not try to hypnotize her or like make her do anything. But I think he's going to try and get the what's the guy? The guy that was behind the counter.
Uh-huh.
I think he's gonna try to get him to, I don't know, just juggle random stuff like a stapler and some other stuff. And I think he's just gonna say, "Did you know that anyone can learn to juggle?"
I did not know that.
And then he's gonna point to the guy and make eye contact with him, and he's just gonna say, "Juggle."
All right. So that is definitely looks like stage magic. That's kind of your thing that you do. I think I want to roll for it. Mainly because it's interesting to see if it goes bad. So again, you can choose mind, body, or magic. So mind is quiet, slow, and intricate. Body is loud, forceful, and fast.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do mind. Yeah. He's not going particularly fast or anything, that he's just slowly looking over at the gentleman and hoping that they make eye contact so that he can push a suggestion on him.
Yeah, I mean, he'll definitely make eye contact, like turns away from the person that he's currently helping with their reservation. And
I got a 9. That is my mind.
Oh, it is your mind. Okay. I thought you were a 7 for some reason. Okay, so succeed with a negative consequence. I think he does what you suggest. He immediately like picks up a stapler and like a box that had pens in it, and what's another thing that a receptionist would have? A mug, and starts juggling them. And he just keeps grabbing more objects and like adding more and more things into his juggling. And I mean, you're at a magician's convention, so I think people take this as a like part of the show. He's like backing away from the counter a little bit, continuing to like add more things. Grabs like the car keys that were sitting on the counter of the person who's there and starts juggling them, and it starts to get a little frantic. Like you definitely know that he's out of control. Maybe there's like a look in his eye that others might start to pick up on, but he's not stopping juggling. But as it kind of like starts to unfold to that point, what's Illusionista's reaction?
I just kind of like looks at Ryse, looks at the receptionist, looks back at Ryse. It's like, okay, Ryse, yeah, that's a good trick, but you might want to. I mean, he's going to drop that stapler on his foot. You should probably teach him how to not juggle.
Oh, yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet, but the but the juggling was cool, right?
It is cool. How long is he going to do that?
It'll wear off eventually.
We might want to step to the side before the entire line realizes how much you have just slowed this process down.
I'm gonna look over at Giz, kind of like with a worried face of like, oops, I think I messed up.
Yeah, I think Illusionista is just gonna kind of scooch Ryse away from the desk of the receptionist.
What's Giz's reaction to that eye contact?
I definitely make eye contact when Illusion, what's his name? When Ryse makes eye contact with me, and I like get up immediately to like go help the clearly struggling jugglist.
What are you going to do to help?
I think he's kind of the idea that if I just like break the illusion or break the hypnotist, like break the urge to juggle, he'll just stop juggling. So I'm just gonna kind of like have Dolores lick his face or something, or Delilah.
Okay. All right. As you get close, you notice that all of the things that he's juggling are covered in bugs.
Whoa.
Like big, kind of dark colored, gnarly looking bugs just crawling over the stapler and the coffee mug and the car keys and whatever else he's juggling. And yeah, I think you can. Are you like lifting Delilah toward this guy's face?
Yeah, I was gonna, but I don't know if I want her to accidentally eat some of these bugs. They don't look very particularly good for her. So, instead, I'm gonna throw the bracelet at his head.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, you hit him in the face with this bracelet, and it throws off his concentration enough that everything just comes cascading down. The coffee mug breaks and shatters into pieces on the desk. Stuff's clattering onto the floor. Pretty big.
The bug's still on all the stuff?
You don't see them anymore. A lot of the stuff fell behind the desk, but like the shards of a coffee cup, they don't seem to be on there.
Did he fall down? Or just all the stuff?
Yeah, all the stuff fell down. I think he probably like snaps out of it and immediately like drops down and starts picking things up.
I'll help him pick up the stuff and repocket the bracelet.
Okay.
Yeah, that was quite a fall there. You take care, all right?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for helping with whatever that was.
Weird stuff happens at the magician convention. It'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah, my favorite weekend of the year. So Illusionista kind of pulled Ryse off to the side a little bit. Did you continue moving away or just kind of linger in the crowd?
How tall is Ryse?
He's quite short. He's gonna be like half your size, almost. So probably like to your like abdomen area.
And she's just gonna like push her bag up so it's not like wheeling or anything, and just like scoot him behind it, and he's probably mostly hidden behind the bag.
Okay.
I guess magician tip number 1: don't do a trick you can't undo. People tend to get mad about that. Speaking from personal experience.
He kind of looks down at your feet a little bit sad. Sorry.
I mean, it was really cool. That trick, a lot of potential. It's got to refine it.
Okay. I can... Giz knows how to do cool tricks. He's teaching me how to break down capitalism.
Who?
He sort of points at Giz, and I think he's probably coming towards us at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think Giz probably could have overheard that exchange.
Why, I'm King Gizzard the Lizard Wizard. Nice to make your acquaintance, miss.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you are. I'm Illusionista. So great to meet you, Your Highness.
Well, it's just a stage name. You can call me Giz.
Yeah.
Giz. With a G.
Oh, yeah, because Gizzard, Lizard, Wizard. Clever.
Yeah,
Really
right?
rolls off the tongue.
It really does. But the kid's got some talent. Good job, kid.
Are you like, is this your grandfather?
Wounded.
I'm really channeling my inner teen right now.
No. Giz is he used to be with Blizzard. Have you seen their show? It was really good, but
Listen.
yeah.
Queen Blizzard. Yeah, that was my wife. Yeah, she was a beauty to behold. She really was.
I heard about that. Condolences.
Thanks. Yeah.
They
Yep.
were really good. I was in the front row.
Oh my
You
god.
were in the front row?
Are you okay?
Yeah, shit, man.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good.
Well,
Well,
kid, any other time that you've ever done your tricks, have you seen like weird bugs show up around?
No, people don't usually like bugs. I don't usually do things with bugs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
Wait,
gotta talk to my dealer.
Okay, so this hotel isn't infested. You're just high.
Not sure, but I saw some like weird bugs and stuff on like the stuff the guy was juggling. But as soon as broke the illusion, it disappeared.
What's a dealer?
Oh, you do not need to know about that yet, kid.
Like a card dealer.
Oh,
Yeah, like a car dealer.
oh, yeah. I have a dealer as well.
No, you
'Cause I have cards.
probably you shouldn't. That's not like a. We don't really use that.
Please
term.
tell that to people.
No, don't tell that to people.
Don't. Okay.
It's a really tight knit community. Like you have to have permission to call someone your dealer.
Oh.
Yeah, real tight knit community. Oh, sorry.
You're probably an awful influence, aren't you?
Probably.
You know, I think I could have guessed that about you.
Hey, it's not my fault the kid saw some genius
From who?
buried deep inside these hallowed halls underneath my cowboy hat.
Right.
Are you doing a show here?
Oh, no, I'm just here to stop the building from burning down.
The what? The why?
I'm doing a show. You can come watch me.
Oh, I was planning on it, kid.
No, not you. Yes.
Oh.
Does your show have anything to do with pyrotechnics and cannons?
That how the building's gonna burn down?
Yes, it is.
How do you know this exactly?
Gut feeling. I had a really weird dream, and I figured I'm a magician, and I had a dream about Magician Con, so I should probably make sure that, because Mercury is in the third house or whatever. And
that's astrology. That has nothing to do with magician shit.
Okay, well, there's different kinds of magicians. Wizard.
That's a stage name. Anyway.
Is Giz your actual name?
Gizzard, yeah.
That's on your birth certificate.
Yes.
Florida's a magical place.
It really is.
I assume. I don't know you're from there, but I guess.
Everyone knows.
Kid, you have a map and an itinerary. Is there anybody on that list that does a cannon?
I'll check. See if there's anyone doing any firework or pyrotechnics or weird shows like that.
Let's say that there is. I think what it is, there's a name that Ryse recognizes just as somebody who follows magicians, a bigger name, like one of the, maybe not exactly headlining events, but like supporting events, is more of like a traditional illusionist magician, but he's been known to like work a lot of like smoke machines and like little fireworks and little bits of pyrotechnics into his act. Probably the thing that you can that jumps out to you. And that person is... Trying to think of a cool sounding magician name that starts with an L. All I can think of are nerdy names that start with L. Leonard, Larry,
Louis.
Yeah, Lewis Lux is
Louis
this magician.
Lux, the Illuminator.
And he does pyrotechnics sometimes on his shows.
Yeah,
What type
he's
of
known for it.
What type of show does he do?
It's really more like traditional magician shtick, like cutting his assistant in half and like
So
step
he's
into
not
the
like
box and then you're gone.
He's not like a Chris Angel. Like
No.
Okay. Okay. Oh, Louis Lux is here. He does a lot of cool pyrotechnics on his stage.
Yeah.
I mean his and he's kind of looking at illusionista. I mean his magic's not like that good. He's all right, but
yeah, it's mostly old tricks dressed up with shiny pyro.
Yeah, it's not very good. But he might have a cannon.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you know where he is?
Looks like he's floor 2. I don't know.
I'm going to say he is going to be performing tomorrow.
Yeah, he's on the conference schedule. We can just go to a show.
Well, I mean, ideally, we'd talk to him before the show so he doesn't set anything on fire during the show.
That's fair.
That makes sense. Because
Where?
it's hard to put out. Probably.
I think there's like a welcome party tonight or something that most of the magicians show up to.
Oh, I've never heard of a welcome party. Is it?
Oh,
is it in the main stage area?
it's like in the bar area, so like maybe that's why.
Oh,
It's okay. We'll sneak in. It's not a problem.
oh, cool! Never been in a bar before.
Nobody cares here.
Yeah. What time is that?
The
Great
show
question.
or the welcome thing? What time is his show tomorrow? Is it like in the evening?
Yeah, he's kind of like an opener. I'd say like 7 in the evening.
Okay.
Probably so the welcome party is not really like an official thing, so I would imagine there are probably some folks gathered there already and just sort of continue to accumulate throughout the evening.
But it's like early evening right now.
Yeah, I mean, we'll make it whatever time is convenient to be. We had said that that Illusionista was rolling in kind of late, so maybe it's like 8 o'clock now.
There might be a decent sized crowd over there right now, actually.
Okay, well, do you guys know what he looks like?
Louis Lux?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen him a couple times. He's got like, I don't know, sandy blonde hair. He's really tall. I guess.
There's a lot of gold.
Yeah, a lot of gold. Very not like large, but like stocky.
Okay, so like standard Wisconsin fare. That'll be real easy to pick out of a crowd. What was the receptionist's name?
Marcus.
Hey Marcus, do you know where the bellhop is for my luggage?
Oh, so terribly sorry. Still like picking things up and putting them back on the desk. Looks around. Oh, on his way right now. He points.
Right. Well, once he gets here, I can just give this stuff to him because I'm sure I can trust him with it. And then we can go find this Lux guy.
Yeah.
Ryse is gonna kind of pull Giz aside a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want everybody to know, but I do have to be back at the camper by 10. I have
Okay,
to
kid.
brush my teeth and get ready for bed. But don't say that in front of
I will not say anything. I will very slyly get us out before you have to go to bed.
Okay.
Is it? By the
Excellent.
way, where is your mom?
Oh, she's across the street. She'll probably be there until like midnight.
Oh, okay. Seems fine.
Yeah, not that I need any.
No,
I'm
not at all.
I'm almost 12, so.
And you gotta find way of making people do what you want. So, that's useful.
Yeah.
Ryse, you see something like fluttering through the air in your peripheral vision, and turn, and there's nothing there. How do you guys get the 10-year-old into the bar without anyone noticing?
I got a really big, long trench coat.
Yes.
He's small. Just
That
put him in
always-
the back.
All right, that's the plan.
Yep. I mean,
Sounds
I
great.
got the big lizard draped all over my shoulder, so the hunch in the back could just be the thing's tail,
True. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and say that works. And jump ahead to everybody being in the bar. Maybe, I think that Lux wasn't there when you got there. And you're kind of hanging out for a little bit. So it's maybe like an hour later. What has
a whole hour later?
Oh no.
And I mean, somehow nobody has noticed that the 11-year-old is hanging out here with you. But where is everybody? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
I
And the
definitely have a
17-year-old
couple
also.
of drinks.
If I'm able to, I would love to sneak a drink.
Okay.
I'll give you a drink.
Oh, hell yeah.
Here you go, kid. First beer.
Oh.
Cool.
I was about your age when I had mine. It'll do you some good.
Maybe
Get some hair on your chest.
start him with like a pina colada or something. A beer.
A beer, yeah. He's a boy. Gotta make him a man.
I think Ryse totally downs that, not realizing how alcohol works. And he doesn't like the taste.
It's not an IPA. We're in the 80s. It's fine.
And he doesn't like the taste, but he likes that he's, at a bar and he's, with older and so he's like, he thinks he's just cool simply by association.
Oh yeah.
He's having a good time. But about 9, if he's still drinking, obviously he's down for the count.
Well,
if you just give him one drink,
I don't think I gave him more than one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of up to everybody else.
Okay, with his one little drink, I think he's like, all right, this is cool. But at 9, he was like yawning. He's like, it's getting real close to my bedtime.
Yeah, so I'm imagining y'all are like in a little booth. Lots of people hanging out. It's a pretty jovial atmosphere. Blondie's playing on the radio. People just like laughing and talking and moving around. Is Illusionista having a drink as well?
She is having a Shirley Temple
All right.
because she doesn't trust this scary old Florida man.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
Who just gave a
very,
12-year-old
very
beer.
looking forward to everybody getting 20 years older soon.
But I do think she spent some of the time trying to figure out what Florida man, what Giz is, what do you do? What you're a lizard wizard. What does that mean?
Oh, well, I work very closely with reptiles. We used to, me and my queen, we used to have a bit of an escape act. That was, that was last year. But now, me and Delilah tore around, and well, she is just so tickled to meet everybody.
Delilah's the lizard.
Do you want Delilah to say something?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yes, she is the lizard.
Well, hey there, Delilah.
Okay, now say something, Delilah.
I do most of the work.
That's fair.
Isn't that always how it goes?
She licks her eye.
I also have a talking thing. I don't know if you know.
Okay. Do you? What is it?
I'll take out my cards and show a card. Oh, let me see. What do I ask it? I'll ask it. Do you think I can lick my eye? That's what I'll ask it. It needs to be about me.
Yeah, so the shapes swirl again a little bit, and letters come into view. What does it say? Why don't you try?
He just kind of nods his head and puts the card back. It's like, cool. I gotta try that.
And can I tell that was actual magic?
Roll your mind.
It's real good.
That is a 3.
Wow.
Yeah. I definitely think you pick up on that. That was not a trick. Probably also combined with the hypnosis earlier, which was like alarmingly effective.
Huh. That is a really cool trick, Ryse.
Thanks.
He's like a little genius.
Yeah. How long have you had those cards?
Great question. I'll say, I don't know, a year. Let's, you know what? Let's say I got them after my fiasco last year. Yeah, I got it. I got it from my dealer. Remember we were talking about? It was his name's Frank. He used to live behind my grandma's house. Like in her, her woods area. In a broke down car. Really nice. Anyway, so he had these for a while and he gave them to me when he moved out. He got a trailer down the street. So
Really great role models in young Ryse's life.
He's gonna grow up a winner.
I can't wait for him to grow up.
It's gonna be so good. Have they always been able to do that, or did you make them like that?
I don't remember. Frank was really good at cards. He used to play, what was it called? I think it was 3-card Monte. I'd have to bring a couple of dollars, but he was really good at cards. And I only I only touched the cards a couple of times. I never asked them questions. But when he gave them to me, I started asking them questions. Just when I would be sometimes by myself and I wouldn't have anybody else to talk to. And they started talking back.
Oh. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like Delilah. She didn't talk till this year either.
Do you have something that talks? Or...
I talk a lot.
Yeah.
But
yeah. You have a really nice voice.
Thank you. But no, I don't have a talking lizard or deck of cards. Maybe I'll find something here and we can have the not usually talking thing club.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have a club.
Very niche.
That'd be cool. And we could get you a dealer. So then I would have one. And
I'm sure she has one already.
you would have one. Oh. I thought you didn't have anything
We
to
don't
talk.
We don't need to talk on my dealer. Because snitches get stitches.
It's fair. It's fair.
Oh, you have stitches? I've
No,
had stitches.
because I'm not a snitch. So
What's
I
a
don't.
snitch?
Oh no.
It's somebody that tattles on somebody else.
Oh.
Illusionista, there's like on the wall of behind at the back of this this booth, there's like floral wallpaper. It's dimly lit in here, but it looks like it's moving. Like the print is in motion.
Don't look right at it, but do either of you see the wallpaper moving?
He's been doing that for a while now. I couldn't tell if it was like me or not.
Okay, I don't know what else you've had. Ryse. Oh, you've had beer. Shit.
Well, just the one.
Okay, are you seeing the wallpaper moving too?
Am I?
I think this is like behind Ryse. So you turn. Imagine your like little head is like at the top of the seat, like the back of the seat. And you see something crawl up the seat. Large insect-like, dark in color, and then move up the wall.
Oh. It's a bug, I think.
Ooh, is it a creepy one like those other ones we saw?
I didn't see any bugs then. I think I saw something flying around, but I don't think I don't recognize what this is, do I? Like,
No.
is it a centipede or anything like that?
It moves quickly. Your eyes are a little blurry right now. It kind of looks like a crumpled dry leaf. It moves like a bug. It could be a cockroach. It's hard to tell. And then your eye catches somebody walking into the bar from the other direction, and it's Lewis Lux.
Oh, that's him.
That's the one.
Okay, excuse me. We'll come back to the bug thing. Find out if this hotel is infested, because if it's infested, I am not staying here tonight. I'm gonna go talk to this guy.
Okay. I mean, I have a camper. You can always stay with me and my mom. Just putting that out. Okay, you go ahead and all right. Go ahead and
I'm gonna go.
Stay here.
Yeah, we'll watch. We'll keep an eye out for dumb bugs.
And I will go try and talk to Lewis Lux.
Yeah, so I am picturing him. He's not in his in his magician attire right now, because he's not performing. But he's wearing we gotta go 80s here. He's wearing leather pants,
Yes.
and a leather jacket,
Perfect.
V-neck T-shirt, big hair.
Possible.
I think we said he's blonde.
Mm-hmm.
Just like smiling, greeting people, like clapping people on the shoulder. People are kind of gathering around him. Friends that he knows and other people who are like asking for autographs and stuff.
He's got to be from Jersey. Tons of gold, greasy hair.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
god. I'm gonna like elbow my way to the front of the queue and take a leaf out of Giz's book and sort of just like grab someone's autograph book.
All right.
And try and get him to sign it so I can get his attention.
Okay. Are you? I guess. How are you grabbing an autograph book from someone without them noticing, or do you not care if they notice?
I think we'll do a little bit of sleight of hand. Well, she'll like kind of like tap them on the opposite shoulder, and as they turn around, she'll like take the book and replace it with a menu. And, like,
All right.
do it that way, and then like get away from them so they don't figure out that she's the one who took the book.
I mean, that seems like enough in your wheelhouse that you could just do that. But yeah, you kind of let you shove your way up to him. What do you say?
Hi, Mr. Lux. I'm a huge fan. I've been dreaming about your show so much. Could you sign this for me?
Oh yeah, of course. Anything for a fan, of course. Why not? He's like turning and like still having a conversation with somebody else he knows while he takes it and like starts scribbling a signature. Hey, who should I make this out to?
Make it out to Belle.
All right. Hey, you old enough to be in this bar?
I'm old enough to go wherever I want. By the way, did you know that 95% of pyrotechnic shows end in a horrible fiery death, and you should not do that tomorrow?
I think he like turns and focuses on you a little bit more at that point. He's like, I don't know that those numbers are right. I've been doing this for a while.
Right, so you're due for a disaster, and I think that you should have less pyrotechnics at your show.
You're from some sort of like concerned mothers organization or something?
Okay, you went from am I old enough to be here to am I a mother real fast? And also, no, I just heard something in the convention that there was some people trying to sabotage you because you get so much attention and money from your shows.
What? You want to maybe do like a mind roll or something to try to...
I think so. Oh no, that's a 7. What's my mind? Oh, my
7?
mind's a 7.
Okay. You succeed with a negative consequence.
I can't imagine how.
So I think he's gonna take you seriously. You're like, what have you heard? What's going on? Magicians are always jealous of the ones that are being successful. Hey, Jimmy, Joey, get the hotel people over here. We need to have a conversation about this. Tell us who you've been talking to. What do you know? What have you heard? So some like people are gonna kind of close in on you here, and some hotel staff coming as well.
Oh, yeah, I've just been...
Do we need to rescue her? Does she look like in trouble?
I mean, I think you see this happening. I don't know what your reaction there is going to be.
If she's getting surrounded by hotel staff, then I'm gonna react as if it's like the police or something. Try to get her out of Dodge. So I'm gonna be like, okay, kid, You're gonna sneak the girl out, and I'm gonna make a ruckus. You ready?
All right. Sounds like a plan. How do I do that?
Well, as soon as you see an opening, you grab her hand and run the fuck out of here. You got it?
Grab her hand with my hand?
Yes, the one on your arm.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay, ready? All
Okay.
right, Delilah. It's time to be a dragon. I'm gonna let Delilah loose in the bar and have her blow flame. And be like, oh no, the lizard's loose.
Is this the same trick with the lighter again, or
No, this is a real magic one.
okay? This seems a little bit more like complex.
Is it a mind roll?
Well, I mean that's up to you.
Well, it
I
is
think you
big
probably
and loud, though.
yeah, that body would make sense there. I think I'm gonna have you move a point of body into magic after the
roll.
after the roll. So yeah, so
Okay.
you can go ahead and succeed first.
Whee! Ooh, I got a 4.
All right.
So I succeed.
Yeah, so you feel just like a little bit of your, you probably don't even notice, a little bit of your vitality drained, feeling a little tired. But yeah, Delilah starts scurrying around like on the floor.
Yep. Iguanas are really big, so yeah, she's on the floor, but she reaches some people's knees.
Okay.
And she's like running, which is terrifying.
And breathing fire.
And breathing fire.
All right. Yeah, I mean, people definitely start freaking out. And yeah, like big commotion immediately. The people who are around Illusionista turn to look at this thing running toward them, by them, just running.
Yeah, it's running towards the hotel staff, probably.
Yeah. One, how does Illusionista react to this? And then two, what does Ryse do?
I think she was starting to try and figure out a lie that would get her out of this when she sees the lizard and is like, see, what did I say? Another pyrotechnic accident waiting to happen. And tries to rile people up a little bit about the dangers of pyrotechnics.
Okay.
I mean,
that's
think
good evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Ryse has gotten close as he was asked, but I think he's just standing close to Illusionista, staring at her hand as his hands get sweatier.
This is the cutest thing in the whole world.
And that's what he's doing. Mustering up the courage.
Oh no, Delilah, don't keep running around. Running away from the popo or anything that might take you into custody.
I think hearing that, I catch on to what is happening, and I'm like, well, this is shot. And then I probably notice Ryse. How close is Ryse standing to me?
Very close.
Okay.
Staring at your hand.
Then she's going to look at him, probably almost bump into him, and say, "Oh my god, and there's a child in here. You have to get out of here. There's a crazy lizard on the loose." And she's going to grab his arm and run.
Excellent. I don't think there's any problem getting away. Ryse, she's touching your arm.
Oh my god.
I think Lewis is like startled and then kind of bemused. Like, is that the lizard wizard?
Oh, Louis. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like people running away, and people kind of going toward Delilah to try to like
I'm just
corner
gonna
her.
like put my arm down for her to scuttle up my arm again.
Okay.
It's just a taste, folks, of the amazing King Gizzard and the amazing Wizard. Yep. I'll be performing this year again, and it's gonna be a doozy.
There's
Bring
like
your cash.
some hesitant applause.
How you doing, Lux?
I probably need to check in on some things, honestly. That was a good trick, though. You'll have to tell me sometime about how you rigged up the fire there. I might need to rethink some of my designs.
Yeah, well, I would definitely rethink some of your designs for this show. I heard that the hotel curtains are much more flammable this year.
Hmm.
You know,
Good
they're
tip,
trying to
Giz.
do that fancy polyester shit.
I'll definitely look into it. Need to maybe check out the whole kit tomorrow. Too late to change anything, but let's look into it. Hey, did you see a young girl around here?
Nope, sure did not.
All right, well we'll catch up later, Giz.
Ah, you bet, Lux. You shiny devil, you. Goodbye. I'm gonna take my lizard and go find the kids.
All right, where does Giz find the kids? Giz and the kids.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably all the way out in the parking lot. I think Illusionista would get them there and be like, "Okay, so I didn't go up to him with a plan, and that was dumb."
Well, I mean, isn't half of entertainment improv?
Yeah, and the other half might be a fiery death.
Fair.
Do I get the feeling that he is the person responsible for it now that I have seen him? Or is it perhaps the man with the fire-breathing lizard?
You know, it's hard to say. There was the cannon going off that you mentioned, which probably Giz doesn't. I don't know. Maybe Giz does have a cannon. Do you like launch Delilah out of a cannon or something like that?
Oh, me? No, I would never endanger Delilah's life. My life,
Yeah.
sure, but not Delilah.
I think you don't have enough to go on. Like you didn't. I think in your premonition you didn't see the magician. You saw some pyrotechnics go off. You saw the cannon. You saw the stage. You haven't even seen the stage in reality yet.
Okay.
Ryse is kind of sulking quietly.
I don't.
And also probably feeling just terrible.
Oh, he's sleepy and probably starting to become hungry.
He's
Poor kid.
cranky, hasn't had dinner yet.
Oh,
It's a long
man.
day.
he had a whole beer on an empty stomach.
Oh god.
Poor little guy. Well, it does seem to be getting. Oh, it's getting real late. Oh. Isn't your spot around here, Munchkin?
He kind of looks up at you, and he's trying to glare, but he doesn't have a glaring face because he has baby cheeks. so he looks actually adorable.
I mean, young sir.
Yeah, it's over here, and he'll take you guys to the camper. It's a medium-sized, decent camper, hooked up to like an old station wagon. He opens it up and turns on the light, and there's like a little table that has like the pull-down seats that are like cushioned.
Well, youngsters, what do you think our plan should be for tomorrow? I feel like Lux is gonna look over his equipment pretty closely, so maybe he'll find whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, can't we just find where he's setting up and check for him tomorrow?
We could totally do that.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
What did I say? Smart kid.
Yeah. So did you guys see any more bugs while you were in there?
Did we see any more bugs?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, just the big one.
Oh, when you say big one, how big?
I don't know, it's kind of huge. Kind of like big as my head.
What?
Maybe.
How did I miss that? Is it like
they're like weird? They're not like I don't know if they're real. I think they're ephemeral. That's the word.
Ephemeral? What's
yeah,
ephemeral?
like a ghost like.
Oh, ghost bugs. So it's a haunted, infested hotel.
Cool.
Well, possible. I hear there's Indian burial grounds around here somewhere.
Aren't there always?
Well, you guys can stay here. I think we have 2 pull downs in the back. And then this couch becomes a bed too. So there's plenty of room.
Isn't your mom also staying here?
I mean, she'll come in to like, get cash and some snacks, but she usually does an overnighter.
And she's not gonna be at all concerned that her 11-year-old kid has a teenager and an old man hanging out in the camper with an iguana.
I mean, it's kind of like a normal Tuesday where we come from, but...
Are you from Florida too? Florida, catching strays tonight. You know, as tempting as a sleepover with my new best friend sounds, I think I'm gonna risk the ghost bug. But thank you.
We're best friends?
Absolutely. Best magician buddies. We're gonna start a club as soon as I find something that talks that shouldn't.
Cool.
I mean, I'll stay just in case those bugs come after you, kid.
All right. Sleepover in the camper.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump ahead, and like we'll just fast forward to the next day, and see what y'all are getting up to. At this point, there are like a few stragglers coming in and checking into the con at this point, but it's mostly settled down in the lobby area. Just people kind of coming and going, like a buffet set up with baked goods and magic themed fruit. I don't know what that means, but
They're all cut into stars.
Yeah, perfect. It's the best they could do. And yeah, just the other kind of convention stuff going on that I mentioned before in the places that we haven't actually been yet. So what are you all going to be doing?
I think we should sneak backstage. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Check the equipment.
Let's do it.
And Illusionista, you dreamed about bugs all night.
Oh no. Hate that. Were they creepy bugs? Like
Oh yeah,
ghostly bugs?
all kinds. Just like whatever your brain can think of a creepy bug being, it came up.
Great. Love that for me.
Did we see any bugs in the trailer all night?
No.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
nice.
maybe just the normal bugs that would always be in a trailer.
Real bugs.
Well, how are we gonna get backstage?
Well, I am performing on this stage. At some point today. So, I think I'm just allowed backstage. And you two are my non-lizard assistants.
Cool.
That's what they're called.
I need that on the t-shirt.
Well, I mean, I'm the lizard wizard. Most of my assistants are lizards.
So we're technically assistant wizards?
Yes. That's better than non-lizard wizards.
I mean, we can be assistant non-lizard wizards.
Yeah, Lewis, sounds funny. All right, let's go. Non-lizard wizards.
That is actually a really good band name.
Actually, I stole my name from a band. I just happen to also like lizards.
Do I even want to know what genre?
They do a lot of weird stuff. This is Amanda talking, or Pan talking.
Nice.
They actually, the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards do all kinds of weird stuff. From like 60 sounding stuff to metal sounding stuff. They're great.
That's amazing. Love that.
And in our world, they named themselves after you.
Oh, yes.
Because they don't exist yet in 1985.
Oh, that's fair. They don't.
Take that, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you can go up the grand stairway. The ballroom is up on the second floor. What time are you all kind of coming together again, do you think?
Well, not too early. I don't wake up that early.
Yeah.
Ryse probably has a hangover. Illusionista definitely took at least an hour to get her grunge look for today perfect.
Yeah.
10 at the earliest.
At the earliest.
Yeah, that means Ryse hasn't eaten dinner or breakfast.
Oh my god,
Oh.
we need to feed this child.
No, we definitely got him breakfast.
Does it have like some Pop-Tarts in the trailer?
Captain Crunch, come on.
Yeah, okay. On the way out,
stole a bunch of fruit stars,
a pack of Pop-Tarts, and a handful of Captain Crunch.
This child is surviving on alcohol and sugar.
Wow. Yeah, you head up into the big ballroom. Large space, really nice. I think it has like individual round tables set up throughout it with chairs around them. Kind of like dinner theater style more than like theater seating. And there's nothing happening in here until after noon. But it's not locked up or anything. You can just walk in. It's 1985. They didn't lock ballrooms then.
No.
No.
All
Look
right.
it up. It's a fact.
Come around back here.
So I do like this plan, but I did also tell him that someone was going to sabotage his stuff. So
Oh.
if we get caught, we're the someone.
Whoops.
Well, I could. He's gonna. I don't think you guys have. Yeah, I don't think you guys have said anything to him. So he's gonna kind of look around and whisper. I can, like, do magic to either make them look away or make them forget, or something like that. If we get found out.
That is some crazy magic, kid. Can you do that?
I think so.
Did you see his cards and the hypnotism? I think he can do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, convincing somebody to give you a thing is a lot different than erasing a memory. That's like real magic shit.
Well, not like erasing memory, but kind of convincing them that maybe they didn't see what they saw, or to go a different direction. Like, I can be the what's it? Me and my mom watched that one movie where they were stealing stuff from the casino. It's like a lookout, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yep,
And then
that's exactly what that is.
And then if someone comes along, I can do what, like, that the little alien does, where he, like, waves his hand and
Like an ET?
no, the other one.
Oh.
No, the other one, to be like, you don't know what I'm doing here, or you can't see what I'm doing. That thing.
You're gonna Obi-Wan somebody?
Oh, the Star Wars thing.
That's what it's called.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay,
Maybe.
just be careful, kid.
I'll try.
You might break somebody's brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Unfortunately.
All right.
I'll be careful.
All right, you're the lookout.
Good luck.
Okay, so where's everybody going?
Backstage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll be backstage, but right at the side entrance, maybe. Wherever somebody can come in.
All right, now, Illusionista, you look for stuff. Because you're smart, and I'll help you pick stuff up.
That seems like the appropriate division of labor, yeah.
See? I got brains.
You sure do, right under your hat.
Yep, right there.
3 of them. I think so. You like go behind the big, huge velvet curtain to the actual backstage of. It's a pretty big, pretty sizable stage here, and like this is definitely the stage and the curtains from the premonition. No doubt about that. It's dark, and there's like a lot of stuff because there are a bunch of different acts happening here. I don't know if Giz has props or anything, but like that stuff would be back here already, probably.
I got a couple more lizards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I guess some tanks with lizards in them or something like that. But like crates and like the box that somebody goes in and disappears, and like just all kinds of stuff back here, kind of divided up a little bit between the different magicians.
Okay, well, this is promising. I'm definitely in the right spot. Now let's.
You're looking for a cannon, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Can you steal a cannon?
Well, I mean, first we gotta find the stuff, so let's look through all the stuff.
Okay, maybe his name is on the side or something. He seems like a kind of guy that would have like gilded crates, right?
Yeah, he's real hoity-toity.
Do we see any of Lux's crates? Or
I mean, for
permanent
one thing, I think a
luggage?
cannon is going to be hard to hide. So I think if you like look around for a little bit, you can find like circus style cannon, like kind of like a little bit too curvy to actually be like a cannon. Cannon has like bright colored shapes painted on the side of it. The kind of cannon that Gonzo gets shot out of, that sort of
Yes.
thing. And yeah, and just a bunch of other stuff there. There's definitely like a wooden crate that's marked that it contains flammable or combustible things,
Well,
and various other stuff.
I'll open the box if you check over the cannon to see if there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, or I mean, definitely, but also we could probably just steal the fuse, right?
But he'll just get another fuse.
Okay,
Like,
good.
if there's something's actually mechanically wrong with it, then maybe we can convince him to take it out of commission.
Good point. I'll see if I can figure out what's wrong with the cannon. This was not in any of my classes last year, but that's fine.
But you're real smart.
Thanks.
Welcome. I'm gonna open this box of explosives.
Oh, be careful.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, tell me about it.
What are you two using for light?
Ooh, the ghost light. It's a theater. They gotta have a ghost light somewhere.
Yeah.
What's a ghost light?
It's the light that you leave on in the middle of the stage so that if anybody comes in the theater by themselves, they don't fall off the edge of the stage.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's like you can see. I don't know if it's bright enough for you to really like do deep investigation things.
Could I give myself like a cat eye spell so I can see in the dark?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
What would we call that?
I mean, it's probably a bit intricate because it's messing with the eye.
It is. A little bit complicated. Yeah, I think there will be like a 1 point sacrifice there that you'll have to move to magic.
Okay.
And I could see that being either body or mind.
Let's make it mind. So I have a slightly better chance on that.
Okay.
Ooh, 5.
All right. Yeah, so
So
take a
move
point
one
from
of the
mind
mind.
into magic. Again, your mind is still really high, so it's probably not a noticeable thing so much, but just not quite as sharp as you were before, but you have cat eyes. Forever?
I hope so. That's cool.
Yeah, so you can see. So what again is everyone doing?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try and look over the can and see if there's any reason for it to malfunction.
Okay. And Giz?
And I was gonna try and pry open the box that says explosives.
All right.
makes me so nervous, especially with that voice.
Yeah, I don't think prying it open is a problem. As you two are doing these things, there are a couple things at the same time. One, you hear this kind of soft, like, shushing noise. That's really quiet. You hardly notice at first, but it gets louder. And as you start to kind of key in on it, you think it's maybe a little bit more of a scuttling sound than a shushing sound of a lot of things moving around. And out in the open part of the ballroom, Ryse, you see the main door swing open, and a couple of like staff people, roadie type people come in, kind of chatting to each other, just sort of like walking in and heading toward the stage.
Okay. I don't see. Well, I think I might need to do something a little bit more body, but my body's so bad. I basically want to have some sort of a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
But because there's multiple of them, I don't know if I can make them all do the same thing. So I'm going to try to, I don't know, I guess make something happen to an inanimate object around them.
Okay.
What's around them? I'm assuming there's like chairs, but is there also like band equipment, drums or anything? Like
Probably not near them. There might be like more toward the stage where you are. There's like a temporary bar set up there. Like it's just the bar and like glasses and stuff like that. It's not stocked, but there's that kind of toward the doors. Like you said, chairs, tables, tablecloths. Might be like candles on the tables. I don't know if you think of anything else that might be there. Feel free.
Okay, because this is a ballroom.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's say there are maybe some chairs that haven't been set up yet.
Okay.
You know, like the foldable ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'd like to just like knock those down with something.
Okay. Just like kind of causing the stack of them to collapse.
Yeah. I just want like, how many are there? Are there like 3 or more?
Of the people coming in?
Yeah.
Just 2.
Okay. Yeah. I basically want to like try to disperse them so that I get them one at a time. So I can just cause like a little disruption.
Yeah. I think go ahead and roll it. And it doesn't have to be body. I mean, because like they're just walking kind of casually across the room. You've got time to take it slow if you want to do mind. That's fine.
Okay. Perfect. I'll do mind then. 6.
All right. So yeah, so the chairs kind of go clattering, tumbling over. And are you trying to like get in between them or just distract one of them with it?
Yeah, I'm trying to just have it almost like you know, when you walk into a place and maybe you close the door behind you or you're talking and everything was still. So when something falls over, you think you accidentally did it. That's what I'm trying to have happen. So they're just going to lightly fall over and then hopefully somebody will be like, oh, whoops. And then just quickly.
Yeah, I think, one of them definitely does that. The other one probably like lingers for a minute and then just also resumes walking towards you. Back in the backstage, you all hear that like clattering sound, kind of as you're clocking that there's a lot of things maybe moving around you.
Do we see anything to go along with the sounds of the bugs?
Ooh, I think if you look to where the ghost light is, there's that beam of light coming down, and you know, like in the summer when you're outside and there's a street light or a lamp on the outside of a house and you can see bugs flying through there.
Mhm.
It's like that, but they're big.
Ooh. Them
Uh,
there bugs are back.
yeah, they
And
are.
you also hear them in the cannon and in the crate.
Uh-oh.
Oh, can I look? This kids don't do this at home. Can I look down the barrel of the cannon to see if there's some bugs inside of it?
Yeah, there are. And give me a mind roll.
5 again. This dice gets
Okay.
to stay.
And I think like you're feeling like this is connected with your premonition.
Oh, I would like to reach into the cannon and try and grab a bug.
Okay. Yeah. You can reach in and grab a bug. I think you're gonna pull your hand out with a lot more bugs on it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So do they feel like bugs?
Yeah.
They don't feel like ghost bugs.
No, it's solid and it has this kind of dried like husk feel, like it almost is like an old dead leaf or like the skin of a bug. But it's like not hand sized, but like one fits in your hand.
Oh,
That kind of size.
Wow. These are bigger than any of the bugs down in Florida. Can I squish one?
Yeah. With?
Okay. My boot?
Yeah, I mean, crunch. And like a dozen of them start crawling up your leg.
Ugh. Well, can I look at the squish bug? Does it look like it was like a real bug? Like, does it have insides and shit, or was it just a shell of a bug?
It's just a shell. There's nothing soft or liquid.
These are not real bugs.
I
Do
am
not eat them,
flustered.
Delilah.
Good call. I'm in the
Lila was
process of
definitely
like
not going to.
shaking the bugs off of my hand. Like ew, 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 ew. It's almost worse that they're dead.
I don't know what to do about dead alive bugs.
See, normally this is the part in the movies where they take a flamethrower out, but I feel like that is a very bad idea, all things considered.
Yeah, yep. All these new curtains are polyester.
That's what they're saying.
Apparently it's cheaper.
What's Ryse doing as this one person is getting closer to the stage?
As soon as he can, and he's kind of isolated the one that's coming close, I think he's going to try to simply have him, instead of walk on the stage, just like walk around, as if not necessarily making him forget, but making him feel like he's supposed to do something else real quick so that he doesn't come up on the stage.
All right. Like walk. Where do you want him to go?
Let's have him walk in front of the stage and all the way on the other side of the room.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's like that's your act. So I think that just happens. Like you do that while the other guy's still finishing up restacking those chairs. Are you keeping like half an eye on your friends behind the stage?
I don't think I'm like looking at them, because I don't know if I've kind of made this canon, but I think Ryse needs to like concentrate on when he's, using his magic on the specific person. But
Yeah.
I will say that he can hear everything. So if they're not being like really, really quiet, he can maybe hear them, swishing around over there.
Yeah.
So he
I think
might,
that's true.
yeah. So he might just be like, trying to hurry them up, like because people are coming. So hopefully you guys hear him go, guys, there's people.
Mm. Well, I have an idea. It's not a good idea, but it's an idea.
Oh, okay, there's no such thing as a bad idea. I don't think that's I don't think that's the same.
Well,
What's
I have a
your idea?
feeling that if I just put a little bit more magic into Delilah and her brothers and sisters over here, they might be able to eat all these bugs. Maybe that'll solve our problem. And I'm gonna let loose all my lizards.
Yeah, so you head kind of like across the backstage area to where the lizard containers are. What's Illusionista doing while he does this?
Initially standing there in shock and horror, imagining Kaiju Delilah. And then I think she's gonna kind of like go towards Ryse and be like, there's a Ryse, the Florida man is about to unleash the lizards. Is this, you know him better than I do. Should we be worried about that?
Well, technically I met him yesterday. So.
Oh, I thought you
No.
met him. Okay. That I did not understand your relationship. I thought this was like a mentor-mentee thing.
Oh no, I went to a show last year where, his wife died.
Right.
But then yesterday I asked him for an autograph and showed him some tricks. And I guess he's kind of become like an uncle. Like my Uncle Randy. He's also not my actual uncle, but
I worry about you so much. Okay. I think I'm gonna go see how this whole lizard thing is going.
Yeah, so you're letting the lizards out.
Yep.
And I think as you're doing that, the bugs kind of like they're everywhere. Like they were already over here. But a group of them kind of like surge together, and you can hear their like scuttling, scratching kind of changes into a voice
Whoa.
that's familiar.
What?
It is Queen Blizzard's voice.
ooh.
And she says, "Just stop, Giz. Just let us do it. It'll all be better."
Wait, excuse me. What are you planning on doing?
Just let us do it. We need this.
Nope, that's creepy as fuck. And I'm gonna release the lizards, and I'm gonna try and pump some body magic into them to make them more frenzied for the bugs, so that they can eat more of them.
So, like, still just regular lizards, but really want to eat.
Regular lizards, but they have a big appetite, and I'm trying to also maybe protect them a little bit. They are, after all, my children.
Uh-huh.
So I don't want them to die by eating these bugs.
Okay.
So I want to give them, like, acid stomachs or something
Okay.
that'll kill the things. But yeah.
All right. I mean, that's like you're definitely moving things in the way they're inclined to move. Lizards want to eat bugs. Stomachs want to be acid. But this is a lot. Like there's a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's the end goal? What do you want like how many lizards are there? Are they
I'd
eating
say
all the bugs?
I have about 5 lizards, and I'd
Okay.
like it if they could eat this whole horde of bugs, because whatever is happening, maybe if we eat all the bugs, we can stop what's happening.
All right. That's definitely a lot. I feel like maybe that's gonna cost you 2 points.
Wow.
There's a possibility of like working together on this, but I don't know that you all like know enough about each other to actually do that.
Fair. Well, I think I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's using the voice of my beautiful wife, but it's not my wife.
So roll your body. Don't get
Okay.
a 10.
Okay. Oh, I got a 1.
All right. Yeah, so these
So I
lizards
make
like
an amazing speech. My children, your mother must be avenged, and these bugs have her voice. We will release her voice and put it back in the beautiful ether from whence it came. Charge, my minions. That's it. That's my speech.
all right. And yeah, Illusionista, I think you see 5 lizards. Is there like a visible effect here? Do they have like red glowing eyes or
They get like green spit coming out of their mouth.
okay. Really like 80s neon green spit.
Yeah,
A little
exactly.
glow to it.
Mhm.
Because your magic corresponds to the decade. Like they charge at you while like snapping up these bugs.
Yep.
And I think they're moving really fast. But while that's happening, let's jump back out to the other side of the curtain. At this point, the chairs have been replaced. The other roadie is walking across the room. Like, Carl, what are you doing? With that hypnosis, would the other guy like respond? Is he like in a loop or what?
Yeah, I think if he heard his name being called, maybe he'll stop and turn around and then realize that he's walking in the wrong direction.
All right. Yeah, then he'll kind of snap out of it, and I guess they're both heading toward the stage again. And you can also hear the like now the scurrying and like chomping of these lizards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think at this point, since I can see that they're coming back, I'm gonna just quickly run over to where Illusionista and Giz is and be like, guys, we gotta, what is happening?
Lizards, dead bugs.
Okay, we gotta go.
Fight on, my children.
Oh
Yeah,
my
just like
God.
lots of like chomping, snapping mouths, and almost like the wind is pulling into the mouths of these lizards. Like the bugs are all kind of just funneling into their mouths, and they make impressively quick work of this swarm of strange things. And before you know it, they're gone. And you can hear the 2 voices on the other side of the curtain getting closer.
Delilah, come on, let's go.
Yeah, Ryse is gonna book it. I think he knows where to go to avoid them. And he's gonna just try to get them out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so you came in through the main ballroom, so you're finding like a backstage door or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting late, so let's just say you do that. You all hustle. The like stage door closes just as these two guys step up on stage. Their foot crunching down on the dead husk of one of these bugs, all of which are now gone, and the rest of the convention goes by perfectly ordinarily. You don't see any more bugs. There's definitely a lot of talk about how someone really did break into Louis Lux's stuff, and his performance had to be postponed until the next day, but it ended up going off without a hitch, and nothing bad happened. You all had whatever kind of time you wanted to. Do you want to say really quickly, I know that Giz and Ryse were both performing. How do you think that went?
Well, the lizards were real full from all the bugs, so they were a bit listless. It was kind of a boring show, but I think I saved the world. Yeah, and it was an emotional performance too. So I think a lot of people were focused on the fact that you came back a year later, and what's her name, Featherington, talked to everybody about just how brave you were and how wonderful it was. What about Ryse?
Did Illusionista and Giz come to his show?
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Oh yeah. He gave an ace performance. I mean, definitely trying to dazzle, a bit. He did some card tricks. He's learned from many people in his life, unfortunately. He did some really great hypnotic suggestion performances, bringing people from the audience. He became quite popular that day, and he really made up for his performance last year.
Awesome. Yeah, and it's very much seems that you all did save the day. Nothing terrible happened, and you all go back to your ordinary lives when the weekend is over, and somewhere within the walls and stone of the Grand Merlin Hotel, something still waits.
Dun, dun, dun.
See you next year, Uncle Giz.
You got it, kid. Now work on this move right here. Ready? See, you didn't even feel me take your wallet. See?
Cool magic trick. Yeah, taking people's wallet. Okay, he's writing it down.
No, don't do that to your dealer.
No, that would be that does not go over well.
Okay, gotcha.
But if you do want to seem psychic, you just read their driver's license for a bunch of shit on them.